Hanna, we cannot really talk about Russian influence in Ukraine, in your country. It's aggression. It's full-fledged aggression. Do you think you're getting enough support from the outside, from the West, from everybody else to withhold this aggression? And are we looking at a prolonged conflict, another 7 years in conflict? What is the long-term perspective of coming out of the conflict?
Thanks for this question, and thanks, Kasia, for organizing the Warsaw Security Forum. It's a privilege for me to be here. And today in the morning, during the panel discussion on Lublin Triangle, so I was just closing my eyes and dreaming and thinking about 2029. Can we imagine, because the Lublin Triangle, one of the ideas is to support Ukraine's Euro-Atlantic integration. Can we imagine within 10 years that we are all sitting here, will be moved to Lutsk, a small city in Volyn region close to the Poland, in old castle, because in 2029 will be 600th anniversary when the royal European dynasties had a meeting there. So maybe I belong to the dreamers, I don't know, but I think we have to learn the lessons from the Bucharest summit of 2008 and actually realize the price of hesitation of some of the countries not giving Ukraine and Georgia membership action plan, and the price is too high. So I think it's much cheaper was to grant Ukraine and Georgia a membership action plan. Why I'm mentioning this? Because I think it's really this year when we in Ukraine celebrated 30th anniversary of renewed independence or restored sovereignty. So, of course, compared to the situation in Russian Federation, in Belarus, Ukraine is a true democracy in action. Not just because our conference is democracy in action, but Ukraine proved that we are belonging to the nations that are contributing to the European security and also showing the example of transforming our countries with both failures and successes. And of course, 8 years of Russian ongoing military aggression. We expected more Western support to stop Putin and even to see the ceasefire, which is not delivered. Svetlana Tikhanovskaya mentioned that don't trade our political prisoners. Yesterday, famous filmmaker Oleg Sentsov, who was released 2 years ago, he was asking for support for another prisoners, Volodymyr Dudka, who is 5 years sitting in prison at the territory of Russian Federation on falsified case. So I think it's really the West have to do more. Otherwise, authoritarian regimes, we should say that in Russia it's authoritarianism moving towards totalitarianism, which is a big threat for all of us. And also this summer, there was one example. I think this powerful, I need to share with you because this was the Royal Navy ship HMS Defender. And remember the reaction from Russian side. I could say that this Navy ship was conducting innocent passage through Ukrainian territorial waters in accordance with international law and defending the international order, defending the freedom of navigation. And what was the reaction from Moscow? So, but this was the game changer. And I think within all these 8 years of Russian military aggression, we expected to see some actions which could become a game changer, and we could see like ceasefire, withdrawal of Russian military troops from the temporarily occupied Donetsk and Lugansk region. And of course the situation with Nord Stream 2. It's not just existential threat for Ukraine, it's also a Kremlin Trojan horse, which actually is about strategic corruption. It's not about selling gas. It's about Kremlin kleptocratic elites which are receiving Putin monopoly on Russian, on European gas market. And let me quote very important statement. It's from 1969. A note from the USSR Foreign Ministry on the policy line and some practical steps on the USSR in relation to the formation of Willy Brandt's government in Germany. The achievement of an agreement on the supply of Soviet natural gas to the Federal Republic of Germany might be of great importance. We are talking about concluding a contract that would be valid for 2 decades and would make such an important sphere of the Federal Republic of Germany national economy as energy, to a certain extent, depend on Soviet Union. So actually we could say, retrospectively, after more than 50 years from that statement, it can be stated that the task is not only fulfilled, but even surpassed. So we have to analyze the history to avoid mistakes, because from Moscovia till Soviet Union and now Russian Federation, nothing changed. And let me finish with important historical fact that this October will be 300th anniversary when actually renaming of what had been known as the Grand Duchy of Moscow, Moscovia, as a Russian empire by Peter I. So by appropriating so actually the idea of Kiev Rus was the name, even the name was stolen by Peter I, which is the famous political figure of Putin. And I could say that actually Peter tried to lend legitimacy to his claim to rule over his neighbors. This policy continues, and I think Ukraine is not Russia, Russia is not Rus, and together with Belarus, together with Baltic states and Poland, we are ready to develop a new, I would like to say, AUKUS, or bringing UK, bringing US, bringing Canada, because within the Normandy format, we achieved a little.
Thank you.
This is why we need to look for new formats to be more effective in protecting democracy.
Thank you.